The universe hates order. This is not a philosophy, this is physics. It is the second law of thermodynamics. It states that in any closed system, entropy, disorder, chaos, decay, always increases over time. Your body is a system, your mind is a system, and the natural state of that system is not muscle, it is not discipline, it is not success. The natural state is rot, it is fat, it is weakness, it is laziness. You are a ship floating in a corrosive ocean. The salt water is always eating at the hull. The barnacles are always attaching to the keel. The rust never sleeps. If you do nothing, you don't just stay the same. You dissolve. Chaos is winning every second that you are not actively fighting back. You are not maintaining. You are sinking. This ends today. We are accepting the reality of the war. You are not fighting a person. You are fighting a law of physics. You cannot stop the ocean from being corrosive, but you can stop the ship from sinking. We are applying entropy reduction tactics. To reverse entropy, to create order from chaos, you must inject energy into the system. That energy is your discipline. That energy is the gym. You are the captain of this vessel. And a captain does not hope for a nice day. He executes a ruthless maintenance schedule. He knows that a speck of rust today is a hole in the hull tomorrow. This is the three-part protocol of the high seas commander. First, the hull inspection, identifying decay. Second, the scaping, removal of weakness. Third, the anti-corrosive coating, protection. We are going to scrape off the barnacles. We are going to patch the leaks. We are going to make this vessel watertight. The ocean wants to claim you. Do not let it. The first duty of the captain is the inspection. Entropy is insidious. It does not announce itself with an explosion. It starts as a microscopic spot of oxidation, a small patch of orange rust on the gray steel. If you ignore it, it spreads. It eats the metal from the inside out. In your life, entropy starts as the drift. You skip one rep. You eat one bad meal. You sleep in by 30 minutes, you think it's just a small spot, it doesn't matter. You are wrong. That spot is the infection vector. Chaos has breached the perimeter. The captain walks the deck every single day. He is looking for the first sign of disorder. Find the rust. In the gym, this means looking at your performance with brutal honesty. Are your rest times getting longer? That is rust. Is your form getting sloppy on the last rep? That is rust. Are you avoiding the squat rack? That is a hole in the hull. You must stop lying to yourself. The ocean doesn't care about your excuses. If there is a hole, the water comes in. You must adopt zero tolerance for decay. When you see the rust, you don't hide it. You flag it, you attack it, expose the decay. The amateur lets the rust accumulate until something breaks, until he gets injured or fat or fired. The captain fixes the problem before it becomes a crisis. This is the discipline of vigilance. It transfers to your entire life. Look at your desk. Is it messy? That is entropy. Look at your car. Is it dirty? That is entropy. Look at your finances. Are they disorganized? That is entropy. Everywhere you look, chaos is trying to take hold. The act of cleaning your room or organizing your gym bag is not a chore. It is an act of war against disorder. You are imposing your will upon the chaos. You are forcing the universe to align with your order. Impose your order. If you cannot maintain the small things, you cannot hold the ship together in a storm. The discipline you build by organizing your environment is the same discipline you use to pull a deadlift. It is the refusal to accept sloppiness. Sloppiness is the language of entropy. Precision is the language of the captain. Start your inspection now. Look in the mirror. Look at your logbook. Where is the rust? Don't look away. Identify it. You have walked the deck. You have found the rust spots. You see where the chaos is trying to enter. If you are ready to pick up the scraper and do the work, seal the order. Hit the like button. It is your command to the crew. Maintenance begins now. You have identified the rust. Now comes the hard part. You cannot just paint over rust. If you do, it continues to eat the metal underneath. You must remove it. This is the second phase, the scraping. On a ship, this is the most brutal job. You have to get down on your knees with a wire brush and a chipping hammer. and you have to physically scrape the corrosion off the steel until you see shiny metal again. In the gym, this is the workout. The workout is not building, it is scraping. You are chipping away the weakness. You are burning off the entropy. Scrape the steel. Think of the fat on your body as barnacles. They are parasites attached to your hull, creating drag, slowing you down, eating your fuel. They are the physical manifestation of entropy. You don't talk them off, you burn them off. You apply heat, metabolic stress, and pressure, heavy loads, to force the parasite to detach. The pain of the workout, the burning lungs, the shaking muscles, that is the friction of the wire brush. It is supposed to be uncomfortable. Removing rust is violent. If you are comfortable, you are not removing anything. You are just polishing the rust. Friction cleans the hull. The captain knows that if he stops scraping for 1 week, the barnacles return. Nature is relentless. Your body wants to be soft. Softness is energy efficient. Hardness is expensive. You have to pay the energy tax every single day to remain hard. This is why you cannot own fitness. You can only rent it. And the rent is due every day. The moment you stop paying, the moment you stop scraping, the entropy returns. The muscle atrophies. The cardio drops. The mind softens. It happens fast. Pay the rent. This logic saves you from arrogance. You hit a PR yesterday? Good. But today, the rust is back. You closed a big deal? Good. But the market is shifting. You cannot rest on your laurels. The ocean doesn't care what you did yesterday. It is attacking your hull today. The scraping is not a punishment. It is a privilege. It is the act of revealing the shiny, strong steel underneath the layers of neglect. When you finish a brutal session and you are covered in sweat and you can barely walk, that is the cleanest you will ever feel. You have purified the system. You have reset the entropy clock. You have restored order. Reset the clock. Do not complain about the work. The work is the only thing keeping you afloat. Without the work, you are just driftwood. Grab the bar. That is your hammer. Grab the dumbbell. That is your brush. Get to work. You have scraped the hull. The steel is clean and shining, but you cannot leave raw steel exposed to salt water. It will flash rust in hours. You must apply the protective coating. This is the third phase, preservation. In the gym, this is your system of recovery and habits. You scraped the weakness off, the workout. Now you must seal the strength in. If you train hard but eat garbage and sleep 4 hours, you are scraping the hull and then pouring acid on it. You are accelerating the corrosion. The anti-corrosive coating is protein and sleep. It is the sealant. It fills the microcracks in the metal, muscle tears, and bonds them together to make the hull thicker and stronger. Seal the deck. The captain is obsessive about the seal. He knows that a tiny crack in the paint lets the water in. A tiny crack in your lifestyle lets the chaos in. Staying up late to scroll social media? That is a crack in the seal. Drinking alcohol every weekend? That strips the coating. Missing meals? That leaves the metal exposed. You must view your habits not as chores, but as armor. Your 8 hours of sleep is the layer of waterproofing that protects your mind from anxiety and stress. Your meal prep is the layer of primer that protects your body from catabolism. Apply the armor. Entropy is waiting for a gap in your armor. It is waiting for you to be tired. It is waiting for you to be hungry. That is when the bad decisions happen. That is when the chaos rushes in. The captain keeps the coating thick. He creates a buffer zone. He is so disciplined with his sleep and food that when a storm hits, a crisis at work, his ship doesn't leak. He has structural reserve. The undisciplined man has a rusty hull. One wave hits him, and he sinks. The disciplined man takes the hit, shudders, and keeps moving. His hull is sound. His coating holds. Hold the water back. This is the ultimate game. It is entropy versus energy. The universe wants to pull you apart. You use your energy to hold yourself together. It is a forever war. You will never defeat entropy. You can only hold it at bay. But in that struggle, in that daily act of scraping and sealing, you find meaning. You find dignity. You find the pride of a captain who knows that, no matter how hard the storm blows, his ship is tight. His ship is ready. Keep the ship tight. This is the reality of the physical universe. Chaos is the default. Order is the exception. You are the exception. You are the captain of the vessel. You do not drift. You do not rust. 1. The inspection. You find the entropy in your life. You audit your standards. You catch the drift before it becomes a disaster. 2. The scraping. You use the pain of the gym to chip away the weakness and the barnacles. You burn the rust with effort. 3. The coating. You seal the work with ruthless recovery habits. You protect the asset from the corrosive environment. This is entropy reduction. This is how you stay afloat when everyone else is sinking. This is how you stay hard when everyone else is dissolving. The ocean is waiting, the rust is waiting. If you are ready to take command to fight the chaos, subscribe to this channel. This is your bridge. And for your final entry in the captain's log, verify the status. Comment below with "holding the line." It is your signal. The hull is secure, the course is set. Now, shut this off, inspect the ship, fight the rust.